As part of this morning, we've asked people who have made recent choices to reorient their lives. And I want you to know it's not easy to stand up here and tell a testimony. And I'm grateful to have Christina and Mario who are going to share with you some of the fruits of their decision to give first to God.
Morning. When Pastor Jen and Pastor Franklin first asked Mario and I to talk about what giving has done in our life, everybody knows this is not my thing. This is absolutely terrifying. But God truly has worked in amazing ways, and every gift that we have given has been blessed. Mario is going to talk about financial peace and what that has done in our life, and then I'm going to talk about giving time and what that has done in our life. And it's truly a witness to what God has done.
I think I like to first start by saying that. Oh man, I even lost my words here because we didn't really quite prepare for it as much as we should have. But nonetheless, I like to think back of like all the people that we've been blessed to be around with, and how much like of they've given their time to us to actually guide us along and provide us with like the stories and advice that we needed so much as growing up. Parents, friends of the church as well, and it makes me think that they gave their time to us, and it's been a blessing. And this is why we're here today, probably in front of you guys, sharing our story a little bit about that. I think it's through this church that there's lots of challenges that God put in front of us that made us realize that we needed to change, and a lot of our hopes and dreams cannot be achieved if we not change our habits. One of the first things that we first challenged is we had a dream to go to college, and we went. Getting out of there, it wasn't put into perspective that how much of a huge handicap it would be to make our dreams come true with student loans, and then later on needing a car, later on wanting to get a house and getting married. That wasn't put in front of us as much as we would have thought. I thought it was going to be all taken care of. I think once we started our careers, I'm a teacher and Christina's an engineer, we started to realize that even though we're making not a whole lot, but a decent amount, we weren't making ends meet. And it was because we never really sat down and really budgeted things, and not only like budgeting as in like money wise, but also our time wise. I felt like we were spending extra time doing things that wasn't fulfilling us as a couple, but also giving time to other people as well. Because don't forget, like, if other people invested in us, like giving us advice, right? Not just professors, but friends and family members. I felt as though they might not be asking for us to pay it back, but at least to pay it forward, right? And I think everybody knows that. Sometimes you can't pay things back like that kind of thing. So you have to pay it forward. But it made us think like if we wanna pay it back, we gotta budget our time. And furthermore, sometimes we want to make things happen, our dreams come true, but we also need to budget our finances. And I think it's first when we started at financial peace here at our church, and thank you, the Shelleys, for guiding us through that as well and introducing us to that. It made us realize that we had a lot to do. We had a lot. We thought our relationship as a couple was good, but I think it's gotten a whole lot better now that we actually talk about our finances. Before, we didn't even talk about it, and it took us a while to get used. I mean, it was quick to get used to that, but we had to have an open heart and open mind as well to do that. Nowadays, it's like I used to wake up, out of bad dreams because I used to think like, well, we're leaving paycheck to paycheck, and how we're gonna pay the next rent. And now, in the last year, a little less than a year, that's changed completely. Where it's like we're not even worried about that anymore. We can now focus on other things such as giving time, and even increasing our tithes here at the church as well. And it's given us time to actually start thinking about and setting new goals of how we can give time and pay that forward as well.
So like Mario said, it gave us the ability to give more of who we want to give. As you all know, I'm the trustee chair for the church. I've done this for about a year and a half now, a little more than that, almost 2 years. And every project, every demand that has been put on my time, my first reaction, my initial reaction is like, Lord, how am I going to do this? But he blesses us. He gives us that time to be able to dedicate into his work as long as you're willing to follow him and to give of his time. So I'm just grateful for every way God has worked amongst us and brought us closer together.